real talented player in Lima, a master of Bayonetta, to see how this goes. Game 1, Peab versus Lima.
We're going to get right into it here, Pokemon Stadium 2. Really no surprise. They got Gladion, I think, going in the background too. Definitely people of culture in the building. Quick string there from Lima, already going to put the pressure on, and not quite getting the hit of that ABK that he wanted there. Lima not going to be able to take Peabnut all the way to the end of the earth. Good SDI there, I think, from Peabnut to avoid that most frontal hitbox of the ABK, because that almost definitely would have been death there, staring even right into the blast zone.
Yeah, finding ways to just at least continue their advantage. The Crash Bomber still not enough, but Peab, it feels like for every single interaction that Peab wins, Lima gets a combo that essentially turns into 60+ damage.
Yeah, the thing is, though, is I've seen this matchup once before today, and it really, this percent can be deceptive, because although that up tilt back air did land into a stock there, any lower and Peabnut definitely would have been able to DI it, and then again, that's just a higher percent where Bayonetta's kill options, other than high committal aerials and those sort of confirms that are essentially non-existent at that percent, all you really have is jab and forward throw in the corner. Definitely a matchup, I think, where Bayonetta can struggle to find that final mark. The combos, though, are going to come easy. This is a heavy fast faller. Definitely a dream for this character, especially if you're able to get the right combos started.
Yeah, and one thing that we can't see from Peab is these errant F smashes trying to call out Lima. If you whiff one of those laggier options, that's open season for a player as talented as Lima, who knows that any mischance is a free combo starter. A great call out on the defensive option from Peab using that up smash, but still a lot of work to do sitting at that high of a percent.
Yeah, Peab is just a master at conditioning roll off of the ledge rather in these ledge trapping scenarios. Gonna be able to cash in on Lima's roll there, but still a pretty tall order to make up for this 112% deficit. Already moving, though, is Peabnut, tacking on damage. Again, one of the best things about this character, and personally one of the strengths of Peabnut.
Doing a great job of continuing their pressure. The down air still not going to clutch, but that gun might be enough to stall out Peab, and he falls to his death. Great composure from Lima and a strong lead. Peab has a lot of time to burn, but has to find some way to slowly chip away at the lead that Lima has secured.
Yeah, under all that pressure off stage there, and with no double jump to boot, Peabnut had to just commit to rush into a directional air dodge, but just not enough distance to make it back there, quite frankly. Now sitting at an even worse position against Bayo, not only on the last stock of this game, but definitely, looking a little worse for wear in this matchup as well coming into it.
Yeah, and now Lima just so imposing in the corner, standing with the back to Peab, threatening that back air. And now, despite the control of the ground, Peab does get a counter swing off that parry, but 120%, we are one interaction away from Lima taking an early lead.
And now, yeah, Lima really going hard off stage here. That honestly felt a little bit like an overextension there. Hundreds and hundreds of ways that could have gone wrong, but despite that, Lima gonna be back now and landed that rapid jab. This is absolutely going to be it. And there it is. I mean, as we've said before, it kind of feels like Bayonetta can sort of get outran by the percents here, not really having the confirms. After a certain point here, you can get the combos early, you can tack on all that damage, but eventually you're gonna have to land something raw, and this time it is gonna be the jab.
Yeah, and Peab, very, very methodical compared to MBG. He's ready to jump into this bracket and say, all right, I don't necessarily want to go back to PS2, so back to small battlefield. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this matchup going immediately in terms of saying, all right, well, we need to go to a tighter stage. I think that does give Lima some openings, but there must be something that Peab sees. Maybe it's Leaf Shield options, but either way, into game 2, Peab versus Lima, and the lemons are out early.
You definitely have to wonder about the stage pick here, or rather Peabnut perhaps trying to just cover more of the stage with those pellets, trying to reduce the size of the stage so that he can cover the whole thing.
Still just a great job from Lima, trying to get every ounce of pressure they can off of a single hit. It feels like when Peab does finally commit to an option, Lima's already on top of their shield, just using options to oppress their neutral.
And Lima already looking, just again, the pressure mounting on, but Peabnut with a quick get off me there with the up smash. Now sitting in the corner, trying to find something more to pile onto Lima, as Lima is again fighting for his life rather to get out of this corner.
Yeah, doing a great job so far of trying to keep their pressure on, but a huge thing in this matchup that I'm seeing is Metal Blade is constantly in Peeb's hand, constantly trying to threaten an option out on the side of Lima, and a great call out with the down air on the side of Peabnut.
Yeah, calling out that ABK is definitely really difficult. Bayonetta sports so many different recovery mix-ups, and Peabnut just so happened to get that one and guess right that time.
And and Peeb, again, just using the stage to full effect, not connecting and still not enough to kill, but Peeb still just trapped off stage. His off stage game has been so brutal to try and get back to the stage against Lima. You now see why Peeb is playing such a grounded game, trying to stay away from Lima.
And this is so interesting. What we're actually seeing here now is the fact that while this percent is incredibly high, that weak back air not going to take it, and the up tilt, and because the up tilt is actually hitting a target that is at such a high percent that it's just no longer going to confirm. Jab going to do it there, but it almost looked like Peabnut was okay with taking some of that damage there to just further, lap the percents of these combos.
Peeb doing a good job just holding pressure onto the stage, making sure that Lima's safer pokes. You see him trying to chip at the shield using the down tilt, just not really being phased and not dropping shield too early to try and extend their advantage, but still holding onto the ground, calling out that jump very well. And I really want to see Peeb try and continue this advantage. No up tilts that overcommit, and there it is.
Lima's turn to play an advantage though now as he gets a big 5-piece there. Over 80% already amounted here, and Peabnut going face to face with the blast zone. Again, Lima not having the craziest of knockback scaling on some of these forward-facing moves, but when you're that close to the blast zone, it frankly does not matter.
And one thing that we do need to just look at is how well Lima is waiting for their chance to swing back onto Peeb. A slight misstep from the down smash, a little over aggressive, and Peeb punishes immediately with the up smash. But now no lead seems too big for Lima when one combo is all it takes.
This percent plus Peeb's SDI, I almost want to say, is just so impressive. Every time he gets hit by a witch twist or an ABK to follow up on, he almost always gets out so quickly. And of course, being at a high percent does make it easier to SDI as you're taking more knockback there. Just all around, really great display of just excellence in that defensive department, especially when you're already in a combo.
Holding on very well indeed. Peeb just barely dodging that down air, but now the jab once again going to confirm into the kill, and Lima with a small percent deficit, but that's only one combo away. This game is relatively even, and Lima holding on to some stage control, but the ebb and flow of this neutral has been so interesting to watch, where stage control cedes the second someone makes a move.
Exactly, yeah, because either Peabnut is going to be the first one to make a move, conceding a lot of that pressure that he's putting onto the stage and allowing, if that move does happen to whip or the aggression is not, properly positioned, that can allow Lima to go in with an ABK or something like that. And then, whereas if Lima goes in too fast or overextends, that just allows so much percent from Peabnut, a lot of stage control, and a ton of damage just mounts up over time from the neutral prowess of Mega Man.
Metal Blade still not doing enough just yet, and both players just weaving around each other's shields. Peeb using that crash bomber to deter an air dodge, but playing at a safe enough distance to where the ABK might not threaten, but every parry feels like you're holding your breath for Peabnut. The trump doesn't connect, but this is still such a terrifying spot for both players.
Definitely anyone's game here, and in the corner, this is when you're really going to have to start worrying about things like forward throw and jab, especially since Lima has a decent amount of rage. But then again, if you're Lima, you got to worry about pretty much anything from Peabnut here. And out of all those options, forward air, back air, Metal Blade into those, it's going to be the up smash actually that takes it this time. And Peabnut going up 2-0 over Lima here.
Playing extremely well. I think Lima won the first game, right?
Oh, no, then 1-1. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't losing my mind for a second.
No,
but
it's just me. I've got a long drive ahead of me, and I'm already out of gas, if you know what I mean.
No, but I'm excited to see this top-level play from both players. You rarely get to see such intricate and precise Bayo play. I really am glad we get to see top-level character representation from both sides on Mega Man and Bayo.
Yeah, definitely two characters that going into late Ultimate Meta feel that they're a tad bit underrepresented, but I mean, definitely at this tournament, Battle for the South, we got characters and players of all different skill levels, tons of variety here to be found, and it's just great that, we get to see these underrepresented characters sometimes, especially on the side of Mega Man, who, being a specialist character, it can definitely still do it in this game, but just requires so much effort in a game where, especially power creep has been so, influential over the meta and over the characters that people are picking nowadays.
Yeah, and back to PS2, an interesting choice from Lima. I think he has enough data now to make some educated decisions on how to play around their neutral. And now Peab doing a really good job of spacing out and just waiting outside of the burst range of Lima. But can't let these ABKs aimed at your shield just really do anything to you.
Yeah, we're really seeing Peabnut's defensive options just continue to level up here. We talked about the SDI last game, and now we're seeing parries on the ABKs into direct punishes now. Again, Peab already out of that. Look at that SDI.
Mm-hmm. Peab is just very well versed into these matchups, and we know that. Oh,
is that going to be the stock
knuckle
as well? Yeah, no resets available for Lima without that double jump. That's going to be it for the first stock.
And equalized already. These two players are going blow for blow so quickly, and it almost seems uncharacteristic for Peab to play this quick, but it's great to watch him adapt so fast against Lima.
Before long, though, Lima going to be able to find another combo starter here. Not going to be able to find much in the way of damage, but definitely still commanding neutral right now, not allowing that Metal Blade to be utilized at all. Taking the resource away, still holding it here. ABKing in, and looking for a reset with it too. Love to see that from Lima. Very, very creative gameplay there.
Hold on just yet. Lima continuing this advantage so well, and that's the stock for Lima, 2-1. And it seems that PS2 has just been a boon for Lima despite that early stock loss.
Yeah, and I feel like it really says something again about the defense of Peabnut, that Lima went for Nair there instead of the forward air. Maybe worried about the fact that that Peabnut could have somehow wiggled out of the forward air, given that it's a 3-hit move there, having to use the quicker option. But, both would have killed anyway. Just, again, still reminiscent of an incredible talent in SDI from Peabnut. And he is so high up there now, but still, again, slipping out somehow, directional air dodging back to the stage, managing to, stop the bleeding of that potentially massive and influential combo over this game.
Peab doing a good job right now spacing around some of these options from Lima, trying to air dodge away, but using that Metal Blade in a creative way to throw it behind him to deter some other type of option, maybe shift his hurt box a little, but either way, trying to keep control of the stage. The S-Smash doesn't connect. Lima going all the way off stage, and it feels like there is such aggressive play from both sides, but Lima, there's no need to play this risky.
Yeah, and there is so much to be said, I guess, about Peabnut's defense, but on the other side of the screen, we have an unmatched offense and an untenable offense at that with Lima. Using the Metal Blade time and time again here, setting up these interesting scenarios, and honestly just finding a little bit of, it seems like even with Peabnut being able to slip out of so many of these combos, finding what's needed. Just, it seems like these combos are getting more and more concise, just willing to be, being willing to take the damage and move on to the next neutral interaction, and then winning that one too is Lima.
Yeah, able to also change up their defensive options off stage. Lima had exploited other players previously for that, but now the jab, third stock taken with that in as many games, and Lima trying to advance and continue this loser's run.
Yeah, Lima definitely shaping up the aggression there in that game. We're seeing a lot more priority going for that Metal Blade. Item play obviously just so influential in top-level Smash here between these two players, giving so much precedence to the player who holds that Metal Blade because, I mean, Peabnut was shown there, might not have came to fruition this time, but if Lima's able to have that Metal Blade, there really might be a combo setup into an offstage interaction or perhaps a kill that could result all just from being all just from picking up that item.
And back to small battlefield again, a stage that Peab has been pretty comfortable with so far. And I do like the options coming out, but not when you're getting comboed this hard, this fast. Peab has to control themselves, especially in these offstage situations where Lima has robbed stocks from them.
Trying to rob a stock right now is Peabnut, looking for the downer already, just 26% on Lima. Definitely going to have to shape up the aggression here in this game, which could be the last of Peabnut's tournament run here. This is losers quarterfinals after all. Lima on set point and looking to make it a quick one with that forward smash. Peabnut already down, maybe not out, but only time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell. The fair connects, and Peab just looking for any way they can to continue this offense. And Lima is doing such a good job of just calling out the landings on the side of Peabnut to force them into a defensive option. And there, tech's in place immediately. The falling up air connects again. And Peab is just basically playing from behind in every part of the game right now.
Yeah, every department definitely under fire right now in Peab's gameplay. And even just, again, that defense that we were talking about seems to be eroding as Lima has found the cracks in almost every scenario to continue this advantage state. Feels like Peab has been on the back foot for a minute in between two stocks at this point.
And again, with 2-1 on the board, Peab is finally able to equalize at 132 on the board, but it's still a huge hill to climb, especially with Lima trying to get every single interaction just worth a ton of damage. The dare still not going to kill. Mega Man's weight definitely coming into favor there, but Crash Bomber resets Peab off stage. I like the idea there, but almost becomes a hindrance if you do get caught in these Bayo combos.
Yeah, an exceptional crash bomb and up air off stage there from Peabnut, reacting to the fact that Lima was going to witch twist and stall, trying to go for some offstage shenanigans, but for how long can that keep this stock safe at 173%? Now we just need to find one of these jabs or a back air just raw coming out from Lima. It might have been a shield poke, might have just been a shield drop there from Peabnut.
Yeah, might have been a drop, might have been something else, but Peab playing so well overall. And the combos connecting, the F smash finally hits onto Peab, 36%. But Lima with a huge lead, and all they need to do is really find one of those ABKs that we've seen, and this is where it starts wish twist into ABK. And now Peab almost looking to lap in percents. You have to just keep your composure and slow down.
Lima now just starting to react to that SDI from Peabnut. If the witch twist is not possible, just going for an ABK in the opposite direction. Again, just taking the damage because that's really all you need here. Once you get up to this percent, being near the ledge is so detrimental. And the witch time onto that crash bomb as well, super well played from Lima, but no stock going to come of it just yet.
Really smart use of the witch time there to stop that Crash Bomber and set up a win condition, and Lima still not able to close this out just yet. A good air dodge from Peab.
A tech from Peabnut as well there.
Yeah, a great tech as well. And Peab just trying to hold on to this lead. 181 connects, and now Peab, you can't get touched before anything happens to try and bring this back to a game 5, but unfortunately the back air connects. Lima advancing to play Anathema in the loser side of this bracket.
Yeah, by that point, it was just all but impossible for Peabnut to bring that back, unfortunately. But gotta hand it to Lima here. Definitely, as we've said already multiple times, shaping up that aggression. In the earlier games in that set, Peabnut was really making his money off of that SDI, being able to get out of those combos that Bayonetta is so known for. So a little bit of a switch up there, going for some perhaps less, combos that might not yield as much of a reward, but will do much more for your game state in the long run, just piling on that percent.
Yeah, doing a great job of just maintaining their advantage, snowballing off of smaller combos, and just fine-tuning their offense against the defensive choices from Peab, whether it's an air dodge in, a jump habit, or something else. I really think Lima has started to finally come into form and play extremely well over the course of this bracket.
Yeah, and now just one